Today we're exploring the oldest road in Missouri. Now, if you're wondering if that original road still exists, it does not. It was, like 300 years ago. And so it was basically a dirt path from right here in Mine La Motte, Missouri, and it heads up to Saint Genevieve. But this is where it started because there was a mine here, and they were trying to get the materials up to the Mississippi River, and they created the first road ever, and it helped people move here from the east to kind of start some settlements here, and this is where everything started. You can pretty much follow what the path of the road was. So that's what we're going to do today, and then we'll stop and we'll see if we can find some interesting things along the way. It was called Three Notch Road because they would put three notches in the trees as they would, make their path so that you could figure out where to go. And it was fairly common. There was other three notch roads in the United States, I believe, but that's how it got its name, Three Notch Road. We're going to follow this green line on our map starting at Mine La Motte as we head up. And the red lines are basically paved roads, and the white lines are sometimes they're paved and sometimes they're not. So we're going to turn off the paved road and head into this area with the green outline. That's the Mark Twain National Forest, basically there at Womack, and heading through over kind of a couple different counties. You can see between Perry County and Saint Genevieve. From the parking lot, you can see there's an old school up here. Let's go check that out first. As you can see, we're kind of straddling the county line as we head over this direction. You'll see the road doesn't connect right there. I'll tell you about that when we get there. We've come to one of the main landmarks on the Three Notch Road is the burnt mill. As you saw that when I drove up, it's right over here. And these mills there were many mills built in the 1800s, and I guess this creek had a good current, and so they wanted to take advantage of it. And so this was one of the mills that was built, and it burned, so got the name Burnt Mill, and was never rebuilt, obviously, but the ruins are still right down there, and pretty awesome to be able to see that still. They said that Three Notch Road came through here because this was a good place to ford the river, and there were no bridges back then, so you had to deal with getting across the river, and this was a good place. And it was about halfway between Mine La Motte and Saint Genevieve, which is the final destination. So this was a good resting point for those travelers. It's been a heck of a drive. You know, I can imagine in the kind of fall months how beautiful that drive would have been. I'm not sure if the rest of the way is as beautiful, but that was really nice. But yeah, great stop here seeing this mill. I'd sure like to get down there. Maybe we'll try to find a little path and see if we can go explore the mill. This thing is massive. To imagine the craftsmanship in something like the mid 1800s to build this is pretty remarkable out here in rural Missouri. So coming down from that little hill, the road goes off to the right. You see me parked down there. And that was actually an alternate route that went to St. Mary, where they had a river landing, but the actual Three Notch path, Three Notch Road, went this way. There is no road, so we're gonna have to go around. I think there's a cemetery across the way over there that there's a kind of have to go around and come back a little bit to catch up with where the road would have went. So I still haven't seen any three notches in the trees. They probably outgrown them since 300 years ago, but that's where it would have went, that direction. We're gonna go this way. So in order to get over to where we need to reconnect, I have to go over towards 61 up and then back west on Z to get back to where the road continued through. Okay, I went all the way around, and it back there where that house is, it comes kind of straight through there, the road. And actually, there's no road there obviously now, but that's where the road used to go. And then now it goes this way, and we'll continue on. It's gotten dark, so hopefully we can make it to Saint Genevieve before it gets real dark. So let's roll. As we finish the trip, we're gonna head up on right across Interstate 55, and on Road M will take us up to Saint Genevieve. Well, we made it to the end of Three Notch Road here in Saint Genevieve, and fittingly, this is the oldest settlement in Missouri, and it was founded in 1740 and incorporated in about 1805. And yeah, this was where they were trying to get their lead to get to the Mississippi River. So this was obviously a pretty important place back in the 1700s, even before this was the United States. Very interesting drive today. I didn't know what to expect on the Three Notch Road. I wasn't quite sure what I was looking for, except for just to follow the path. Found some interesting old cemeteries and some churches, some ghost towns, and yeah, it was really scenic in places. I can imagine, like I mentioned earlier, how beautiful that drive probably is in the fall. It was a lot of fun trying to follow the path of some people from 300 years ago. They did a good job making the path up to Saint Genevieve.